There's no telling you guys that I'm not a gold digger.
So as you can see, Ayesha Howard is mad. Anthony Edwards does not want anything to do with her or that child. Look at what the internet has been saying.
Anthony Edwards said, fuck them monthly payments, give me the total. He basically saying, I'm not finna finance nothing, including them kids. How much is it? You not finna drag me back to court every time you want to increase running up my attorney's fees. How much is all 216 payments? And come to find out, the baby mama is like 38 years old. Anthony is like 23. Girl, you knew exactly what you was doing. But he hit you with that plot twist and was like, I don't want nothing to do with you or that baby. I give you all the money up front. You better budget wisely over the next 18 years. If you wanted a check, I'll write you a check, but it's the only one you gonna get. Ladies, y'all better quit trying to trap these YNs. They don't give a damn. They not gonna beat around the bush with you. They'll just flat out tell you, I don't want that damn baby. And I do feel bad for that baby though, because the baby ain't did nothing to nobody. But ladies, y'all gotta stop trying to tie these young men down with responsibilities that they don't want, because they not gonna take them. And then you already know she was on some I'm gonna trap his ass type of shit. Because right before she had that baby, she moved to California. Anthony filed his case in Georgia. California has stricter child support laws than Georgia does. She was trying to get more money, but that backfired on her ass. Because Anthony said she moved to California for the sole purpose of trying to get more child support. And the judge agreed with him and sent that case back to Georgia. She tried to manipulate the system, and Anthony said, I can't be manipulated. Girl, just go and take your check and leave that man the hell alone.
It's 37, bro. She is 37. He's 19. He hit her up with a WYA, all caps.
Oh yeah.
At 5 a.m. She linked him the same time, and he cracked. And that's when he got her. That's when he got her pregnant, bro.
He's really
and he was trying to tell her not to keep it if she took the pill, like not to keep the baby. He's like, I do not want this baby. Like, he just wanted a one night stand type.
Yeah.
She kept it.
Maybe you the narcissist, sis, because you want a baby more than you want to be good to that baby. You think a baby is an aesthetic? You think a baby is a companion, best friend? No, you supposed to do what's best for that child, and you can't if you picking the wrong baby daddy. And then the girls that say, oh, I don't even need him. I'll take care of my baby myself. Are you thinking about the abandonment issues this child is going to grow up with? The trauma that you are going to cause? You traumatized yourself. That's why you even said some shit like that. Yes, he chose to win you, but you chose to keep it. You could have said, put on a condom. I know that I date niggas that ain't shit. I can do that to myself, but I would never give my child an ain't shit daddy and act like he's the problem. Moral of the story is, men ain't perfect, but ladies, a lot of y'all questionable too. Especially the girl Ayesha going through that thing. That man said it clearly in the text. And you said, what?
The second a woman decides to make the decision about her body and her child, y'all turn into weirdos.
So basically, this is the text. She pretty much told him that she was pregnant. You can go over this later. Said she wanted to tell you in person, but she said that he gave her no other choice. He pretty much said, laughed out loud. He said, get an abort. She said, I don't need hush money. She's not trying to blackmail him. He still laughed out loud. He said, bye, see you later. And then she goes on to say, Anthony, do you hate me? He says, because he says, you're bringing in a child that's going to be without a father. And basically, she says, that's on you. You could take it up with the higher power. And he says, I won't be in a child's life I don't want. He tells her that she is sick. Ooh, that's deep.
Do you want a man to tell you what to do with your body or not? Do you want the right or not?
Why is she trying to make this political? Has nothing to do with any type of protest against anything. This is about you having a child with a man who does not want that child. And people are saying that you purposely did it. Now, of course, if it was the janitor, would have did that. I don't think you would have got out of your bed for where you at. In all caps text. In the middle of the night. I don't think that you would.
What happened?
I don't.
I've also come to realization that there are just certain allegations that I will never, ever beat with you guys. I came into this situation with the status because I have a child by a very successful artist.
Excuse me, did she just say status? What status actually do you have? You have 2 babies by a rapper and a basketball player. What exactly is your status again?
And normally women like that attract a certain caliber of men, which is also not my fault. And now that I am in yet another situation where I now have a child with another successful man, there's no telling you guys that I'm not a gold digger. You guys, it's no beating those allegations at all. What if I came to y'all's pages, right? And I compared the men that you have children with to the men that I have children with. And I said, you were digging for poverty when you picked him to be your baby daddy, weren't you? Oh, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for a couple extra $100 in food stamps, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for an extra Section 8 voucher. Is that why you kept your baby? Now, if that was triggering, that's how I feel every time somebody says, do you even love that baby? You kept that baby for a check. And you voiced your opinion about what you would have did if you were in my situation with my options that you do not have and you probably never will. How you gonna tell me what you would have did with my situation?
I tell you what, she's right with one of those points about women do have babies for different reasons, right? People have babies to try to keep somebody. It doesn't work. People have babies, I've seen it, to get food stamps, Section 8, you name it. But the problem that we are having nowadays is that we don't mind just having children without no fathers. And that's a problem sometimes because studies have shown, statistics have shown, where you going to be at? And then she makes the fact of saying that she has a beautiful body, she has a beautiful face, she can't help it. So you telling me that there are beautiful women out there that cannot make their own choices in life? I know you lying. There are tons of women who are choosing to not just be baby mamas. And of course, what's done is done. And he's at fault too when it comes to this because he's laying kids around like he's a mother hen, which is not good either. So mark my words, but this is not where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, it's not. Look at us. We are suffering from this. And even her saying that somebody chose poverty. But you chose somebody who is choosing to not be a father. Baby, being a father is priceless. Being a parent is priceless. You can't put a price on that. So it don't matter if he does break you off that certain amount of money, the abandonment that child is going to have to feel. And you had a female. And male or female, we need our fathers. Seriously. Who has not met a female who didn't have a good relationship with their father and they took it out on the men? And vice versa, a lot of times when it's the men and they don't have a good relationship with their mother. You see what I'm saying? So we're talking about the choosing of starting something. This is your second child, not your first child. The whole point of this video is it's a mess. Children are involved all over because you wanted to have a good time. So all I'm saying is, I don't care how much money somebody has. Somebody has to grow without a father. Let's get this conversation started. And let me know what you think about this in the comments. Subscribe.